Hi guys, it's Nancy here and I'm back with a process video for you, and this one was inspired by a mood board challenge which is up on the Go Go Getaway blog. I'll put a link down below so you can see where the challenge is. And I decided to go with kind of the pink and the gold themes. You'll see that a die cut that I showed a while back that I cut out on my silhouette I'd actually infilled. And I used a mixture of papers for that. Some of them were the Dear Lizzie, which had the sort of rose gold foiling on them. And then I just took some other bits out of some 6x6 paper pads. So it did take a bit of a while to do all that fussy cutting, but which is why I didn't include it. I thought I'd do that before I started the video. So of course I'm just adding some mist into the background because it's what I do. I love me mists. I keep thinking I need to kind of maybe get a few more mists because I tend to use the same ones, but you know, I'm kind of okay with that really. I do have a whole box of mists, but it's under a pile of other stuff, so I don't ever really use them once. So I know roughly where I'm going to put that bloom, big bloom there. And I didn't really like some of the splotches on here, so I'm just taking a bit of packaging and smushing it down a bit because I didn't want it as dotty, you know, as sort of splodgy. So it's not probably showing too great here on the camera, but it is because a lot of them had the metallic sort of side to it. It did create a really nice sheen in the background. So I'm happy with how that looks. And I'm just going to then stick that bloom down because I know that is what I want to build my layers upon. And as I said, I've gone with kind of the pink and the teal, and then as I've said recently, I'm going to try and go back to some of my older techniques, and I used to love putting a doily on there, so I've put a gold doily on here. These are just some cheap ones I actually picked up on eBay. I think you got about 20 odd, so for really like a couple of pounds. So I just done that, and again I'm going to put this photo within sort of the cluster, sort of include that in there. And this layout is going to be where I just talk about work and stuff that's happened at work. It may seem like a bit of an odd kind of thing to just put that massive bloom on there, but it's going to kind of work with what I had in plan. And the title of this layout is Bloom, because I'm just going to be talking about how some things have changed at work, how some things have developed, and stuff like that. So I just thought that would work. I did pull out that camera from the Oasis chipboard sheet, and it doesn't make it on there, but I really love it. But it didn't kind of 100% work on here, so I was like, I don't want to stick it on a layout and it not be like a feature. So I think it was just getting a bit lost. These words came from the Dear Lizzie collection, the new one, which I can't remember what it's called. And I just love it. It said less work, more love, and there was like less Mondays, more Fridays, and so, you know, it was kind of lots of funny sort of phrases. And as I'm talking about work, I thought that would work quite well. So I've just got the chipboard sheet here, and I'm kind of looking at how I can place things. I love banners so much, but I can never get them to work on layouts. Never. I've got so many chipboard embellishment bits that are banners that I just never get on a layout. So that's something else for me to try and do. I'm now going through the One Canoe 2 Hazelwood die cuts, and I'm going to put out lots of butterflies. I'm not a massive fan of butterflies, but I just thought they went really well with the floral, and actually that collection matched in pretty well with the tones actually from the Dear Lizzie. So, and I'm going to use the title Bloom, as I said, because it's just gonna work. If you look at the mood board, there is some like masonry jars with different things in them. I think there's some straws and sparklers and stuff. And when I saw that masonry jar die cut, I was like, I'm just gonna have to put a little jar in there, you know, just because it was on the mood board. It didn't really go, but it would kind of work. So now just playing around with these layers, I've pulled out a little gold tag that says right now, and I said, as this is going to be a layout about work, I thought it would kind of work quite well. And again, this is where I'm thinking, yeah, am I happy with this? I think I am. So this is actually quite a quick layout once I've done that infilling of that die cut. So I pull this pink polka dot chipboard tag off the sheet again, just to add a little bit more to that photo cluster there at the side. I just wanted to weigh it out a bit because there's so much sort of heaviness with the die cut as well. So I'm just now sticking these down. I'm going to pop up on a little bit of 3D foam, just because I did put that chipboard tag down, so just use a little bit of 3D foam there, just so they don't sort of sag when you put them in the album. I'm going to stick some butterflies down. I'm only going to glue them on one of the wings, so there is a little bit of movement. So they can pop up in a page, but also are not, you know, put any 3D foam on there because I didn't want to add too much height to this layout. So I'm super happy how it is. I'm just again popping up a few little bits on some 3D foam where there's those frames. I'm just using a pencil to write on that mason jar team spirit because I'm talking about work and relationship with my colleagues and stuff like that. So that is just the mood board. So I was just looking at the mood board thinking, is there anything else I want to add? Of course, you could have taken the rainbow theme from it if you wanted. I said it's a really fab one that Lisa came up with. So just to say, putting some golden bits around. And then I'm just going to mount it up on this, which is a piece that I've used on the die cut. I said it's a Dear Lizzie piece of paper that was in the paper pad, which is like a salmon pink with rose gold. So I'm super happy with how this turned out. Add a little bit more mist, but then that's really it. I said I'm going to do my journaling, but of course I will do that off camera, because I don't really like to include some of my journaling on my videos because it is sometimes quite personal. So super happy with how this turned out. I hope you've enjoyed this quick layout, and I will speak to you all again very, very soon. Bye!